we going to do right now?
We just my nail.
You're going to cut your hair? Yeah.
And we just
So it looks handsome? Okay.
church.
For church, it looks handsome. And when we go to the store? Okay, where should we start? On the sides, by your ears, where it's long? On the top? Okay, so if we want to start on the top, let's get a number.
There.
Let's try a number 5. Yep, okay. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to spin you real quick. Whoa, we're showing everybody what your hair looks like. All right. You ready?
The part is a big one.
So
So
here we go. We're going to cut Harrison's hair. You ready?
Oh, whoa, let's ew. Let's ew.
From the time I was a little girl, I could remember being so excited about having my own family. Just so excited to take care of kids and be their mom and do fun stuff with them. And it seems like cutting their hair is one thing that falls in line with that for me. My kids haven't always loved me cutting their hair. I used to take them to a barber shop and have their hair done, and they would just cry and complain. And in the end, especially with my boys, after seeing how easy it was to buzz their head, I thought, man, this is something I could do. Really, this is something I can do. And long before we even moved up to the land and relocated off-grid, I had started cutting my kids' hair. It was fun for me to learn, a skill for me to learn, and they got something out of it too. Most oftentimes it was a dum-dum sucker or a toy from the dollar store that I would set on the counter and tell them if they were really, really good, they could have it when they were done. When they got a little older, I would have to bribe them and say, well, I'll pay you $5 if you let me cut your hair. And that way it still saved me the extra $7 to $10 that I would have paid at another place. And yeah, I'm getting more experience and saving myself a trip out of the house.
Power's out.
Dad is turning the power off.
What the heck?
What? Dad did it again.
Right.
Good thing we're like done, I think. All that hair
Let's do a spin and see how you look.
Okay, hold on. Where's my water bottle? Okay, just a second. I gotta.
We can do it after he showers if you want, Mom.
You are being awesome. I just want to see if your hair looks okay or if we need to fix it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. What is happening?
Daddy,
What?
Daddy,
Turn it off and on and off and on. Okay, you ready? You look and tell me what you think. What you think? You look just like Jefferson. Are you happy with that haircut? I think we're all done. Wait, turn around. Show Reagan. Show the camera. Are you happy? It's all done? Whoa. All right, all done.
If I could go back and tell my 18-year-old self one thing after graduating high school, it would have been, you know what? You can still go to college, that's cool, but why don't you take a year off and go to hair school first? Because really, I would have loved hair school. I really think I would have. It would have given me this great skill set, which now I learn, but it's mostly through trial and error. And luckily with boys, they're not too picky and their hair grows really fast, and in 6 to 8 weeks, they can have a whole new do if I mess up really bad. Lincoln's the only one. He doesn't want his mom cutting his hair anymore, so he goes to the local barber, which is just great. I love it. But I tell all of my boys that you gotta look clean cut. You gotta look put together. I don't want these scraggly kids running around. We already live on top of a mountain. We don't need to look like it. There's a part of me, and I don't know where I get it. I think I get it from my mom, actually, but where when I see people doing something, most of the time I think, yeah, I could do that, like no problem. And cutting hair was one of them. So when Zach came home from work 7 years ago and he had found a pair of wall hair clippers lying in a pile of stuff that someone had dumped in the middle of the desert by our house. I kid you not, this is a true story. And he brought them to me. It was like manna from heaven for me. I was like, awesome, I've always wanted to cut my kids' hair, and now I have a good pair of clippers and I can start doing it. And that's how I started. My girls' hair, I always cut. I just trimmed the ends, kept it really simple, didn't do layers. I would give them bangs every once in a while if they wanted it, but there wasn't really any haircut that they did that I ever botched so bad that I felt like, oh dang, that was a mistake. We better go buy some hats to cover this up. No, it's just been kind of what I've done. And if nothing else, I want my kids to know that if there's something you feel like you want to do, just do it. And you might not be perfect at it at first, but you just got to keep trying and practicing, and eventually you get good at it. To fully drive home this point, I actually started having Reagan trim my hair and dye my hair every 6 weeks. At first she was a little freaked out, worried about messing up, but I told her that's part of life. That's how we learn. When we mess up, then we learn. And she does so awesome, and to see her confidence grow in doing that is so cool. So cool. Now, whenever McKinley feels like a trim or a major haircut even, she just asks her sister, and Reagan takes care of it. It's super awesome. At 14 months old, you guys, this was Grant's first haircut. He did so good. He was so cute. We have this wash tub sink, this laundry room sink that we use as our bathroom sink right now, and it works as his bathtub as well. So I just turn on the water so it's running so he can play with the water, and there's no plug in it, so there's no standing water in the sink. And then I was able to cut his hair, and all the hair would just fall around him, and then I could rinse it off really fast so that he wouldn't get annoyed at the hair sticking to him and making him itchy or anything. But he did so good. I swear, none of my other babies did this awesome for their first haircut. Well, there you have it. I was able to cut all 3 of my younger boys' hair over the span of 2 days because mom life got in the way, and that's just fine with me. There were no major tears, no major problems, and my boys are looking fine.